Hello everybody and welcome back to another day of Inktober, and today is day 8 and I'm about to birth begin. That's a good way to start stream. But yeah, hello and welcome back to day 8 of Inktober. If you're new, my name is Blute084 Art and Games, and I am going to be doing another illustration from the prompt of Inktober, and Inktober 2022 is today, and today's word is match. Now, I've had a few ideas of match. Match means multiple different things, but like a match of two people, a match of a singular match being struck, or match book, or match box, or a match as in a football match. So I was like, shall I do a match playing football, like a cartoony thing? And I thought to myself, no, that's too easy. I want to, as we're into the second week of Inktober, I want to challenge myself a little bit. So yeah, like an idiot like I am, I'm going to be trying to draw a hand holding a match, and the match being flamed, like I did for flame. The word flame Latin a couple days ago. If you do not know what I mean, definitely go and check out that stream. If you don't want to check out the stream, that's completely cool. You can go over to my Instagram, also my TikTok, and you can check out the Facebook as well. Those are the same name, different place, Blute084 Art and Games. Apart from on Instagram, it's Art Games, and on TikTok, it's just Blute084, BLUT084, with a full stop between each letter and number. So yeah, if you want to go check this out and just check out what I drew so far, or if you want to go and check out how I'm drawing them, you can obviously see in today's video or today's stream. But like I was saying, if you want to see what I do, go and check it out. There's loads of other artworks, from polymer clay to drawing, to traditional drawing, to digital drawing, all sorts of things, even VR. But yeah, we're on Inktober day 8 today, and again the word is match. And the app that I'm going to be using, because I'm not going to be doing traditional artwork today, I'm not going to be doing a piece of paper and an ink pen. I am going to be doing something in the app called Critter, and I'm going to be doing it digitally. This is the app that I'm using. I've got my set of tools already up that I'll be using down here. I will not be using the eraser, as always, as you can probably tell, when you're doing paper artwork, you cannot erase. So I'm taking away the eraser, and I'm going to be doing that for the whole challenge. So if I make a mistake, then it either has to stay there, or I have to find a way to cover it up. I am adding a brush to my inking things this time, because I said in the second week that I would try using a bit of ink brush, because what I've noticed on some traditional artworks that I've seen on the Inktober challenges, when I've checked out other people's artworks, which I would definitely recommend going and doing. You can easiest place to find them is on Instagram, because that's generally where he posts all the other people's artworks, or people post their artwork too. It's hashtag Inktober, or at Inktober, to find them. But yeah, I've added another brush, like an ink brush, and the aim of that is to give things a bit of a shade to them, as you would if you were adding watered down ink or things like that, instead of just doing an outline of something. Because yesterday I wanted to do clouds, and all I could do to darken out the clouds was do a scribble, and that just didn't look right to me. I didn't like it. So I thought to myself, as it's the second week, we'll go into trying to use an ink brush as well as an ink pen and a fountain pen, or ink brush pen. But yeah, we're going to be I'm going to be doing that again. I am going to be listening to some music as always, because the microphone will be on in the background, but I'll more likely turn it down, just in case I start mumbling, or if I swear because I'm making a mistake or something like that, just to so I don't catch myself out. But I will come back occasionally, every so often, while I'm doing, so just to talk about what I'm going to be doing next, or what I'm doing, or how I'm going to do it. But the idea for this one today is going to be, I'm going to try and draw a hand round about there, or a couple of fingers holding a match, with the match here, the flame burning up. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a character on that flame. I might put another character on that, like a dancing flame. Instead of it just being a boring old flame, I might put an actual character. It depends on how long the hand is going to take me, because again, I am freehanding all of this. I am not using any straight up reference. I will be obviously looking at references to get the hand shape, just because I just can't think of it off the top of my head, and it's just easier, a little bit easier to use a reference to get the shape that I want. But obviously I won't be taking a picture from somewhere, putting it in here like I would normally do if I was doing a re-digitization of what I've already drawn. What I would do is take the app, take a picture of it, or take a picture of the digital or whatever I've done with it, and put it into this app, and then out trace it, and then add the color and all the effects. Which is what I'm going to be trying to do. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to add effects, but only with an ink brush. I'm using ink to outline, and you'll see what I mean as we go along. But like I said, we are going to be listening to some music. I am listening to White Bat Audio once again today. I'm going to be listening to some Cyberpunk Dark's synthwave mix, Destiny, royalty-free music, safe music, which is good, because I don't want to get any copyright strikes, because I've already got one. I didn't even realise. So yeah, copyright strikes are not good. But obviously I'm not monetizing anything at the minute, because I'm not high enough subscriber base. So if you're new, again, please hit that subscribe button and ding bell for notifications throughout this week, or throughout this month, for new and hopefully exciting artworks. But without further ado, let's get into some artwork. I'm now going to turn off the microphone, and I'm going to get into do some artwork, because this one's going to take me a bit of time, I think. I'm going to try and aim for an hour, but if I go over that hour, that means I'm just taking my time and trying not to make any mistakes as I go along. But anyway, let's get that music going, and I will start going myself. Okay, so I've already made a mistake just because I was following a reference of a hand and I was just using a basic sketch to do so. They had no detail or anything on there. I completely didn't even think about it, but this line along here shouldn't exist, because it's giving it a double thumb or double jointed thumb. This line doesn't need to exist, so somehow I'm going to have to try and get rid of it without using a using a excuse me, hiccups, without using an eraser. So yeah, I wish I didn't do that, because the second I drew that first finger in, I noticed that line was like not meant to be there, because your hand doesn't have a big bold line that covers it up. I was just trying to draw the thumb and I wasn't really thinking about the rest of the hand before I did that. So yeah, that shouldn't exist. This should, over here, that's fine. That's like that's the palm. But that here, no. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. But yeah, there's a basic hand. I did better than I thought I was. I've drawn hands before, a few times, on paper, holding things or holding stuff up. Because if you do remember my mini blute, where I did a little character floating above, somebody's hands opening up, for like a magical genie type creation. I also made him out of polymer clay, so if you want to go check those out, you can see those. And I've put those up on, put them on a digital printout, so you can have either as a poster or you can have them printed onto cups, and anything else you can really think of, really, that you want to print off, bags, t-shirts, anything, literally anything. All of my artwork is available to be printed on something, or just printed out so you can have it as a poster on your wall. But anyway, back to what we're doing. Oh, didn't even tell you we can get it. You can get it from Etsy. It's having technical problems at the moment, so if you would like something, please let me know in the comments in this video, or you can come over to my Instagram and privately message me over there about things. But anyway, back onto the artwork. I'm pretty much happy with the way the hands turned out. I don't want to put too much detail. I might put some palm detail here. That's really bugging me, that there, and maybe some extra things on the arm. But it's just a hand to show it's holding a match. I think I've done it a little bit too big, really, because the match is going to go about here, and then I want to do something here. Whether it's going to be, I kind of want to put another character there. I don't want it to be boring. I want to add a little Bluto flair to it, and then obviously I'm going to go with the ink brush afterwards, and darken everything out and make it look like it's glowing. That's what I'm aiming to do with my ink brush. So yeah, let's carry on. Hopefully you like the music. It's actually given me quite a bit of inspiration, so it's doing good for me. But yeah, this match is going to be a little character up here. I'm glad I can zoom. That's all I can say, because that hand's huge. I wasn't really concentrating too much on how big that hand was. I can't move it. I can't change it. So later on in the year I can change all of this, and I will be doing that for some of the artworks. I'm going to be taking them, going back into them, and just sort of zhuzhing them up, putting a bit of colour in there, adding a little effects with the glow, especially on the fires. Glow, maybe a little bit of someone else, a little background or something like that. I don't know yet. Don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I will definitely come back to them to do something with them, because some of them I really like so far. But I don't want to do anything else to them, because it's obviously Inktober and it's, meant to be ink. I know there's coloured inks out there, but maybe I'll do that in the third week. Start adding coloured ink, but I kind of think that that's a little bit cheating to me, because ink is doing an ink sketch and it's not coloured. So Yeah, well, I probably won't do coloured ink. I'll just be using ink brushes and see what I can do with them. Okay, sorry for turning that music straight off. But yeah, there's the match, and it's on flame. And I said I wanted to do a little character, and I had the limited space that I could fit something in. I was going to do like a big sort of character, but I think my little squidgy character, well, not squidgy, but my little character there is looking alright. I'm not going to add any more to that, because last time I added just too many lines. It made it look weird. So yeah, I've given it a little face and tried to make the hands and its head the flame itself, and I didn't want to give too much hardness. I can't think of the right word, but yeah, I don't want it to make it solid, because I wanted it to be a flame coming off a match. I burnt out the match a little bit and darkened it out, just to show that it's burning. And again, if I added a little bit of red and orange and yellow in there, that would be perfect. But I'm going to use the ink brush now. One, to give it a darker background, and add a little bit of shade here and there for where the light isn't hitting, or where the light is going to be hitting. I won't be putting, if any, at all, shadow. But I'll be using the ink brush. I'm going to lower down the opacity on that one, and do all that. Yeah, so if I grab that up quickly, so I'm going to be using it here. I'm going to largen it up, so just as if I was going to be using a ink brush. You got big ink brushes and you got small ink brushes and fine ink brushes. So I think I'm okay to change the size of the brush up here. And the opacity, I'm going to keep it fair to middle for when I put it down, because I want to sort of layer it. So it's like giving it an outside glow to it. So it's like I'll start out dark out here, and then I'll work my way in to where the glow of the match is, and then on the hand, obviously I'll put a bit of darkness on the hand as well. I think I'm going to have to go pretty close to that hand to give it a darker background, to emphasize that is fire and that is glowing. So yeah, like I said, in the second week, we're now into the second week, I start experimenting with other things, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. Trying to achieve some sort of shadow to this. So yeah, keep tuned to see what I actually get done, I guess. Let's go. Okay, there is my art piece for today, my inked piece, using an ink brush and outlining everything with a little bit of shadow and shade, like you would if you were using an ink, just a basic ink with an ink brush. I'm not completely happy with the way I've gone a bit too dark in some places, but try to make it up with the shadow on the hand itself and add a little bit of dimension to the flame as well, because I thought that was looking a bit too plain and just looking a bit basic with its lines. So yeah, I've think I've achieved what was in my head. Obviously I didn't do a football match, which really didn't appeal to me, and a match of two people didn't appeal to me really. So yeah, this match itself, as in a struck match with its fire, but instead of it being just a boring old flame with a hand holding it, I thought I'd put a little character. Yeah, a little flame character. Hopefully it looks okay to you. I think it's looking pretty good, but otherwise let me know what you think of it by leaving a like. If you're new and you've gone all the way to the end of this stream, thank you very much for doing so. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are, and hit that bell so you know when I'll be going live again. Like I said, I'll be doing a live stream every week and every day of Inktober with another ink piece with another prompt. Find out what tomorrow's prompt is in the stream tomorrow. But because that'll be day 9, because day 8 was match, and again I've experimented with a little bit of ink brushing, just to see what I can do with it really. And yeah, I might come back and add a little bit of colour to this one, because I do actually like this this image. But yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.